If you are affected with layoffs, your first thought is to refresh your resume and start applying for new jobs. But even though it's important, and soon you will have to do this, it's not the most important thing you have to start with. After getting fired, there's a lot of things going in your head. You might be afraid what's going to happen, how long it will take to find another job. A lot of questions and anxiety. And if you already started applying for a new job and still not hearing back from recruiters, your self-confidence will fall off the cliff. So the most important thing before going into anything else is to find a way to manage those risks, fears, and anxiety. In this video, I will show you how to do this. So feel free to hit pause now, grab a piece of paper, and do this exercise together with me. First, try to list all the worst thing that you believe is going to happen to you. You may be concerned about money, about immigration status if you are working on some kind of visa. You may be concerned about what happened to your family, your career. Try to be specific and list them all. Here are some examples that came into my mind. What if I run out of money? Or what if I will not have a valid visa anymore? What if I find a job but on a lower pay grade? All the fears are important, so list them all. Now, if you have more than 5 of them, try to rate them using 2 factors. First factor is how probable is that they are going to happen. Just use low, medium, high. The second is what will be the overall impact if they happen. The same, low, medium, high. Don't overthink those scorings, just write down what's going into your mind. This is only for the sake of prioritizing them. So you may want to put them into 3x3 matrix and start with the red ones, then move to yellow, and then to the green ones. Now, the second step. Try to come up with ideas how to prevent those things to happen. Try to make them actionable. For the risk of running out of money, I can just lower my expenses. Or I can check what are my savings so I will understand how much time I have for finding a job. For the visa stuff, I may want to analyze what are the restrictions that I need to take into considerations. For finding a job but on lower pay grade that will not benefit your career, you can build a plan that you are starting with trying to find a job on a similar position with similar pay. But if you're not going to find it for the next 2 months, for example, you're going to take job on the lower grade, just a temporary solution. If you cannot find any reasonable solution, try to Google it. Ask ChatGPT for ideas. It's highly probable that these problems are already being solved by the other people, and you just need to apply some best-known method. Third step is to build a plan that you will execute when those risks will happen, just to minimize the damage of them. If you really run out of money, then you really can take any job and lower your expenses to the level to keep your head above the water. You can ask your friends, family for help. But if you execute the mitigation plan that you described in the previous point, it's not very probable that you will get here because you have a whole way of controlling your expenses before you're getting out of the money. For the visa stuff, if you really need to move out of the country because you cannot stay here anymore, you can always allocate some money to have the money for tickets and move to the new location. For getting lower paid job, it might be not a big deal, but you can assume that soon after you will get it, you'll continue looking for a new job that will satisfy you. Or in the meantime, you'll start learning new skills so you can be more competitive on the market. These are just examples. You probably have yours, but the key of this exercise is to just put them on the paper so they will not be in your head anymore and have plan for that. For those that are really, really scary for you, make sure that you start executing your mitigation plan as soon as possible. But when I follow these steps every time, I'm very surprised that when I wrote down my fears on the paper, they are not so scary anymore. And there are not so many that I thought. This method is very helpful for me, so I hope that it will be also very helpful for you to go through these difficult times. For the next days, I will create more videos that may help you to find another job. So if you have any burning questions, drop them in comments so I can answer them in the next video.